In our next example, we're comparing two distributions. We have Tyler and Jordan are working through several brain teasers on the computer. The time in minutes that it took to complete each game is shown. I want you to use your graphing calculator to create a histogram for each. I'm going to highlight histogram for each set. Then I want to describe the shape of each distribution. And just like before, I've gone in to save us some time. I've put the data in for Tyler and the data in for Jordan already in to Desmos. So I want to make a histogram. So distributions, histogram, and for me, I'm going to use capital T for Tyler. Now if I look at Tyler with a bin width of 1, it's kind of symmetric, isn't it? But it's also kind of positively skewed. Let me change my bin width to 2 to see what happens here. Whoops, I wanted the T. T for Tyler. Then, comma, 2. Well, that doesn't work out very well, does it? I like the bin width of 1 much better. So I'm going to say, for Tyler, he's positively skewed. And don't worry, if you think it's symmetric, I could go with symmetric if you justify that. So if you said symmetric because you think it's pretty much even left and right, I agree with you there. Now let's take a look at Jordan. We'll do the same thing. I'll make a histogram for Jordan now. And notice Jordan goes right on top of that. And that's fine. That's actually kind of cool. But you can shut off Tyler's if you just go up and click on the purple. That makes it go away. And once again, this is either symmetric or positively skewed. And I'm going to say it's positively skewed. And that's what you have to do for the first one. Now for the second one, we want to compare these distributions using means of standard deviations or the 5-number summary. I think we want to do the 5-number summary because they're skewed. So we got Tyler and we got Jordan. I'll put these in a table. So I'll start with my lowest number. I'll go to my first quartile, my median, my third quartile, and my max. And now we're just going to go back and forth between Tyler and Jordan. So let's start here. I'll go down to my next line, and I'm going to go to my functions. I'm going to go to stats, and I'm going to do the minimum, and I'm going to start with Tyler here. So the minimum for Tyler is 2.8. Now I'll just change my T to a J, and we'll do Jordan. Except I got to get my calculator. There we go. There's Jordan. So my minimum for Jordan, whoops, capital J, that's 2.7. Now we'll find my first quartile. So remember to find your quartiles, we go function, and I'm going to go quartile, and I want to use Tyler's list to start with, and I want to find my first quartile. So I'll put in 1. So for Tyler, it's 3.45. And I'll change it to Jordan. So Jordan is 3.75. Now I'll do my median, which is, remember, that's just my second quartile. So I'll just change my 1 to a 2. So for Jordan, it's 4.35. We'll change that to Tyler now. And for Tyler, it's 4.35. Well, they're the same, aren't they? Okay, and then let's do our third quartile. So I'll change that. I'll change that to a third quartile. My third quartile for Tyler is 5.15. Now I'll do Jordan's. Jordan is 5.4. Now let's do the max for each person. So I think I'll do a new row for that. So I'll go functions, and then stats, and then I want my max, and I'll start with Tyler this time. Tyler is 6.1. And then I'll change it to Jordan. And Jordan is 6.4. And then just comparing my two, you can see Tyler has a bigger lower number than Jordan, but after that, everything for Jordan is a little bit higher.